so good. Hello. If you're new here, hi, I'm Gabby. I'm a New York City based life and style content creator, and today we are tracking the best of 2023. I have a list of things that I personally loved throughout the year. There are they're like 4 or 5 different categories, so let's go ahead and jump right in. The first category that I want to talk about is all things fashion, style. First fashion favorite is clothing item. I feel like this year was the year of the midi dress for me. I was always in one in every single season, from winter to spring to summer. There's just something about the silhouette of a midi dress that I really love. For every occasion, whether it was daytime, evening time, party, casual, like I was always in a midi dress. They're just kind of a statement piece. I feel like you're automatically gonna look stylish. My favorite brand this year, I feel like was a close tie. I got acquainted with a lot of different brands, especially trying Nuuly, but I think my top brand still has to be Sézane. They gifted me a ton of items throughout the fall, so I got to try a lot of their knitwear, a lot of their staples, basics, and everything, and I feel like the quality of Sézane is 100% the hallmark of their brand. Their knitwear is fantastic. I'm wearing a sweater from them today, and I've loved pretty much everything that I've tried from them. I think if I had to pick one item, it would be the Valerio jacket. I feel like the quality is just stunning. It is so beautiful, and the fabric it just feels luxe. Like, it feels like what I think a luxury brand should be bringing to the table. My favorite trend this year has got to be red. I mean, I think that I look great in red, first off, but I feel like even aside from clothes, like makeup, red was huge. Like, and it's classic is the thing, but I feel like it was a color that I never really gravitated towards before. It's a good trend because it can be classic and it doesn't have to be so temporary. I feel like you can take really good red items and just add them into your wardrobe and wear it year to year to year, and it's whatever. So yeah, for me it was definitely the resurgence of red, and I don't really think it's gonna go anywhere anytime soon because it's a good color. My favorite outfit this year was the sparkly midi dress that I wore this summer to the Brooklyn summer soiree, and I was obsessed with this outfit. I think fashion is supposed to be fun. It was giving very center of attention, Leo vibes, but the way that the sunlight hit it was just such a fun outfit, and I rented it from Nuuly. I think it was Anthropologie brand, but I was obsessed with this outfit, and it's definitely my favorite, I think. And then my favorite accessory this year has to be my Anthropologie Meli Bianco tote. There's like several sizes of this. This is the large one I have. I also have like the smaller like handbag, but this I call my Bottega dupe. I love the woven leather. I don't even want to call this a trend because I feel like Bottega's been doing the woven leather for years, but I love that everyone's kind of obsessed with it at the moment because we get good dupes. And this one's from Anthropologie. I wear it all the time with everything. It's just so easy to sling on. Now, cost per wear is gotta be like 10 cents at this point. So going into beauty and skincare, my favorite brand for beauty this year has to be Saie. Like, I mean, we've got all of the things. It's funny because Saie and I feel like got off on a bad foot. The first product I tried from them was their tinted moisturizer, and I hated it because people love that tinted moisturizer, but that was not my jam. But these are all fantastic. I use them, if not every time I do my makeup, I use one of them every time I do my makeup, which I think is really impressive for a beauty brand. But I definitely think this was the year of the Saie Glowy Super Skin Foundation for me. This is what I'm wearing right now. It's just such a glowy, natural finish. You have to set this though with powder, otherwise you will look like a disco ball, and not in a cute fun way, in like a oily, greasy kind of way. I'm in the shade 27, but I also have 26. The Saie Sun Melt, if I had to pick one out of the 4 that's my favorite and I use the most, it's probably the Sun Melt. It's a bronzer. I use like a dense kabuki brush and give your face more dimension, warmth. I like this product a lot. It's so good. The dew blushes I've talked about a lot. I think this is the shade Spicy, which is definitely one of my favorites. I also really like Chili. These are so natural and so gorgeous, and I love them. The Saie Glossy Bounce they released this summer. This is in the shade Dream, which I think is my favorite out of that collection. but this is good as well. But I must say, girly for sure. They have so many great products. I definitely recommend. My favorite beauty trend, I have to say, is maybe not an actual trend, but it is. It feels like a trend from like a content perspective as well. But I am obsessed with the like Pinterest inspo beauty videos that I see on TikTok mostly, where it's like they find inspiration from Pinterest and then they're like, here's how you recreate this look. I've done a lot of them on my TikTok after seeing other people do them, and they are so fun. I feel like if you're looking to experiment with makeup or get into makeup but you need kind of like more focus and direction, they're really fun because you can kind of just scour Pinterest, scour the internet, and use that as inspiration. It's golden and I love it, and I will definitely be doing more of them in 2024. My favorite look this year for my own beauty looks was the brown suede makeup that I did during 15 days of fall makeup. That was definitely my favorite. I think it just was very, I don't know, I think it just turned out really well, and I felt really myself and super confident, and we love that. So my favorite eye makeup product has to be the ColourPop Not a Box of Chocolates palette. This is a phenomenal palette. I was terrified when I dropped it once and thought it was going to be shattered, so they're out of place, but these are all the colors that come in it. It is a beautiful chocolatey rich palette. I love this for every day, and I think I quite literally use this every time I do my makeup. It is fantastic and it's not super expensive, which we love. Ooh, key. My favorite complexion product this year has to be the Lancome foundation stick, the Teint Idole Ultra Wear, and I'm in the shade 460 Suede W, and it's just like a stick foundation. The color match on this on me is insane, but I really like this if I really don't want to wear foundation, but I just want to have a clear complexion. I use this and it is fantastic. It's definitely my favorite for the year. It's so good if you're looking for something that's just a little bit minimal and easy to use. 10 out of 10. My favorite face beauty product is definitely the Westman Atelier Baby Cheeks Blush in the shade Bichette. This stuff is so good. It has incredible color payoff. Bichette is like the most beautiful like berry red tone. It is fantastic for holiday. It's what I use for cold girl makeup. If you've seen that trend on TikTok and you're wondering how to recreate it on darker skin, this is gonna give you just that very like rosy red blush. It's year-round, beautiful, gorgeous, stunning. The finish is great. It shockingly dethroned the Say Dew Blush as like my favorite blush of all time. So this stuff, so good. Westman Atelier. It's expensive and the color range is not there yet, but I have faith they're gonna drop new shades of this in the new year, so we shall see. But Bichette is gorge. My favorite lip product is a little bit boring, but it is an essential. It is the MAC Girlies Know. It is a MAC Chestnut. This is a lip liner. I use this all the time. Every lip look that you can think of will benefit from just the simplest of brown lip liners. And I think if you're my color, maybe a little darker, a little lighter, this will be the perfect everyday brown for you. My favorite fragrance, like perfume this year, Angel Alien Goddess, I think is what it's called. It is fantastic. It smells, I wish you could smell it. This one I think is like a good summer scent, but I wear it year round. It just smells like warmth and sweetness, but also it's got a little spice to it. I don't know. I think Mugler in general really surprised me with how good their scents are and how long they last throughout the day. So this is definitely my favorite for the year, and definitely one of my favorites just in general. So my favorite like skincare cleanser this year was the You to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser, and I feel like I've used so much of this and it still has so much product left. Like I use this like every other day and I've been using it for months. I'm obsessed, and this is like a fan favorite, but it truly is not overhyped. I'm a big fan. It's great to like switch in. So I use my Peach and Lily cleanser and then I like swap. Skincare really was ruled by You to the People. My favorite moisturizer this year was definitely the Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream. As you can tell, I have demolished this container. I think that this is so beautiful and flawless under makeup. It's very light. It's very creamy. Superfood Air Whip Moisture Cream, kale and spinach, hyaluronic acid. My skin absolutely eats this up. Okay, for body care, I feel like I tried a lot, but another like fragrance type product, my favorite body product this year was the Sol de Janeiro Cheirosa Brazilian Crush Cheirosa 40. This is the Black Amber Plum Vanilla Woods. I have not, like, it, first off, it smells incredible, but also it lasts so long. Like, you would think this was like a perfume, like not a body spray. This lasts forever. No, it doesn't, but this is so good. Big fan. So my favorite hair product this year, aside from just the general mini twists, they are a vibe. I love them. I feel like I've gotten pretty good at them, but my favorite hair product this year definitely has to be this Prose like hair towel thing. So essentially it's like when you get out of the shower and you just wash your hair and you wrap your hair up, but it has like this elastic piece in the back that you like wrap it and then pull it down, and it's like the little ducktail slides into here and it keeps it from falling apart. It's this like microfiber material so it doesn't dry your hair out. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed, and I think I got this in like a gift bag. It's just completely random, but it's so good. Okay, so moving into entertainment, we've got some things to discuss. My favorite movie, which is such a hard question. Number one is Emily. This is about Emily Bronte. I feel like I mentioned it in my vlog at the time. It is an incredible film. I've watched it several times since. It's still so good. I just think it was very well done. It spoke to me. I don't really know how else to explain it. I just really enjoyed it. And then also, because I can't just pick just one, I just saw Poor Things last week. It has Emma Stone, Mark Ruffalo, Willem Dafoe, and it's directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, so I think might be how you say it, who is an incredible filmmaker. I really liked Poor Things. It's definitely provocative, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was really good. My favorite TV shows of 2023. This actually was pretty hard because I feel like not a lot spoke to me. So I have to give props to The Bear. It's probably one of my favorite TV shows ever, but the new season was incredible. The Christmas episode was peak TV. I'm really excited to see the new season whenever it drops. My favorite limited series this year were Queen Charlotte, which I think was so well done in the Bridgerton universe. I think it's my favorite, even over Bridgerton season 1 and season 2. I really liked Queen Charlotte. I wish it was more than 6 episodes. It's my one negative comment. And then my other favorite was Daisy Jones and the Six, and I can't even lie, like it literally is in my spot, like their album was literally in my Spotify Wrapped, so like obviously I was obsessed, but the show was really good as well. This just feels random to me, but my favorite press tour this year had to be Barbie. I feel like Margot Robbie with the looks, the Kens, Barbenheimer was iconic. I felt like cinema was back. Summer at the movies it just was an iconic moment. Okay, so my favorite album. Actually, Spotify doesn't tell you what your favorite album was. Actually, now I'm thinking about it, but my favorite album, in my opinion, was Snow Angel by Renee Rapp. I saw her in concert. I love her music. Fantastic, so good. If you haven't listened, you need to give it a listen. Specifically, Tummy Hurts, Messy from the deluxe version. Oh, her mind, so good. I'm excited to see what she does next in music because I feel like that's her lane. My favorite song, according to Spotify and probably according to myself, was Greedy by Tate McRae. I don't know what that girlie put in that song, but it's a banger, a bop, and I will hit play every time. My favorite museum this year was the Musée d'Orsay, specifically their Impressionist part of their permanent collection. So the whole museum is in an old train station. It's on the top floor and it is so beautiful. They have so much Monet, Degas. I feel basic saying it, but it's one of my favorite like art eras. So that was really gorgeous and I'm glad I got to see that while I was in Paris. My favorite book this year was Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which is sad. I say it's sad because it is sad. It's a freaking sad book, but it's sad because this is the first book I read this year. It's the first book I read and it's also my favorite, which means it never really got better than this. But this book is phenomenal. I definitely recommend if you haven't read it already. 5 stars. My favorite live performance that's like theater was Shucked, which I saw on Broadway with Hannah. Impeccable and so funny, like laugh out loud funny. My favorite social media accounts this year: Tony Bravo, she does like beauty content on TikTok and I love following her on Instagram, she's very funny. Moya, who makes YouTube videos, I just feel like I was very inspired by her content this year, especially having my Paris trip. I watched a lot of her vlogs while she was moving to Paris. Her videos are so calming. Amelia Demoldenberg, I think. The chicken shop date girl. Her interviews just are so good and you can tell that she's very smart and very intentional with every choice that she makes, and I really I just respect her craft. She's just so good. I am, however, still waiting for her and Andrew Garfield to do a chicken shop date. On the travel front, obviously my favorite trip of the year was Paris. It was so stunning. I want to go back already. I also feel like because I never studied abroad in college, I need just like a random 3 months to not be an adult in Europe. So my favorite travel accessory, my base luggage, Shea Mitchell Company. I got the 3-piece luggage set. They are fantastic. I feel like they've held up really well. I like all the storage options. They're just my new favorites and they were such a good replacement for my very beat up, very old luggage. So I'm very into them. My favorite activity that I did while traveling was definitely going to Claude Monet's home and gardens. Again, stunning, beautiful. If you haven't watched my Paris vlogs, you should definitely go and check them out. His home is so beautiful and I too would just stare at lilies all day if that were my garden. Okay, so the final category is just home/routine is what I called it. My favorite app this year has to be Duolingo. So I started doing Duolingo in January and I wanted to just learn more of the language and just be a little bit more cross French in general before I went to Paris. And now I have a 337-day streak and I'm obsessed with Duolingo. I love it. I think I like the gamification of learning the language. I don't know how good I'm getting at French, but it's fun to just keep up with it every day. My favorite gadget was my Hatch Restore, which I got for Christmas last year. It is a fantastic like alarm clock. I love the like sunrise function. So even if it's 5 a.m. in the winter when the sun doesn't rise till like 8, I still get a nice light wake up with light and something that mimics the sun. And I'm into it. I really like it. I also like doing my meditation at night, so I'm a Hatch girly. My favorite appliance this year was my mini rice cooker, my Dash mini rice cooker that I bought for like 30 bucks. It is essential. Okay, also in home, we have candles. My favorite this year was Prelude? How do you say that? By Pros. It is just the most delicious smelling candle and it's so relaxed. It's like relaxing smelling. I like to put it on at night before I go to bed. So good. And last but not least, we have recipes. I feel like I didn't cook too many new things this year, but I did get into kind of trying to make Greek Mediterranean style bowls. And so I think my best of 2023 recipe were the Greek meatball recipes that I tried this year, which I will link down below. But I loved my little Mediterranean bowl that I would make. That was, I feel like, the vibe this year. Top tier. Okay, so those are all of my favorites from 2023. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. And if you made it this far and you're not already subscribed, get on that. We've got so much fun things planned for 2024. I will see you next week. Bye.